Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast for Thursday, February 27th, 2020. All right, so very simple day in the astrology here today. We do have the moon finishing up receptive Pisces. So good part of the lunar month for developing our receptive side, seeing how we can go with the flow a little bit, listen to our intuition, and maybe cultivate some of our dreams and ideals with this deep water energy. So with this theme, no major aspects going exact here today, but we do have some minor lunar ones we'll talk about. One of which is the moon going over Venus, so maybe a new chapter with our values and relationships potentially. And the most important thing is we are still in the very early phase of this lunar cycle. We just started that last new moon last weekend, and so in this crescent phase, good for slowly building some momentum and maybe starting to plant some seeds for this coming lunar month. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Thursday. And again, we are using the actual size of the constellations called true sidereal astrology. This is different from all forms of mainstream astrology. So if you are new to true sidereal, definitely check out that link down below for more information. All right, so the theme of the day with the moon in receptive Pisces, as it has been the past couple days, still a good time of developing our receptive side. Pisces, the constellation of the fish, is about connecting to the essence of what's important to us on a soul level, being guided by that, by our intuition, spirituality, our imagination, our creativity, right? Really good to listen to that inner guidance, be guided by what's important on a soul level, and maybe develop some of that receptive energy as a result of that. So we are in the very early phase of the cycle. We just started that new moon last weekend. And so being in the crescent phase, good to maybe slowly implement some things now. Now that we're somewhat into the new cycle, we could become aware of what we do want to cultivate for this lunar month, or what has recently arisen since the weekend that we can then start to slowly put some energy into as we do approach the weekend. And a great way of doing that is in this receptive way. Of course, with Pisces, are there any ideals, dreams, receptive energy that we can cultivate these new beginnings with or about? And in the larger context, it is around Aquarius, the future ideals or future visions, or contributing to something larger than ourselves, which is what this lunar month will be fundamentally about. And with Mercury retrograde still here in Aquarius, good to be rethinking, reevaluating these types of visions for the future. All right, and the moon will be passing over Venus here in Pisces. Venus has been in Pisces for the past roughly few weeks. And so good to be enjoying the receptive aspects of relationships and just seeing the value of things like going with the flow and acceptance and spirituality, having a little bit more of that value of the receptive energies. So that's getting activated today, which could mean there is a new beginning with our values on a monthly sense, and a new beginning in terms of how we relate with others, again, likely in this receptive or accepting way. So a great day for that, maybe setting some intentions for connecting to new values and connecting to our relationships, and possibly new things arising from this. Now, the moon will be squaring up to the whole stellium that we have over in Sagittarius. All these planets we have here, particularly Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn, who all will be conjoining throughout the year here. And in this context, today, good day for expanding our perception, to challenge ourselves to expand our perception. Sagittarius is about what inspires us, and it's about that fire, that spirit for life, and expanding our perception to make some of these things possible. And in this context, the challenge is that Pisces being water is very different from Sagittarius being fire. So there's a difference between being receptive and at the same time expanding our horizons. So anything you can do to incorporate these two very different energies, the free-spiritedness, the adventurousness, the spirit for life, while at the same time being willing to go with the flow and have that acceptance and receptive approach, I think is a great way of working with the day. All right, so that's the day in a nutshell. And of course, Mars is officially past the South Node, so there may have recently been some things released with our assertive or initiating side that is now moving forward. And with Mars in Sagittarius, there can be a lot of drive to be put into the things that do inspire us, or philosophical, abstract, adventurous things. Really good to put motivation into with Mars, but all these planets also in Sag. All right, everyone. So that's the daily forecast in a nutshell. Most important thing is good time to incorporate this receptive energy of Pisces, being soul guided, being interconnected with life on a spiritual level, and accepting, and maybe a new beginning with our values in regards to some of these things, and possibly with relationships, and a good time of slowly building some momentum now as we are in the very early phase, but moving forward phase of the lunar cycle, which this month will be about our future visions. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the next daily forecast. Take care.